Hello. Wait. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. Back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my gear. So fascinating, I know. I'm going to be talking for 10 minutes about all the stuff I own that relates to cameras and filmmaking and photography. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. You probably won't because, you know, I'm kind of just making this video to flex and just make myself look cooler than I really am. Is it picking up the sound? Beep, beep, beep. All right, here we go. I'm pulling up the list, okay? It's over here. Why am I whispering? I'm actually in my dorm right now. Like, I'm in Denmark, thousands of miles away from my home in San Diego, going to school here. You know, I just found some time right now and I'm just shooting this video so that I feel more productive and fulfilled with my life. By making this video, I am not by any means saying that, okay, you need this camera and this drone and this GoPro, you know, you need all these things to make good art or, you know, to take good photos and to make good video. Like, that's not what this video is for. I truly believe that it's about how you use your gear that really shows talent. I mean, you can just see like film photography making a comeback these days. It's literally the most original form of photography, and it's like, what, it's $60 camera, and it's the most organic, authentic way to take a photo. And that, I think, is like honestly true skill versus like a digital, you know, the $2,000-3,000 cameras that they shoot with nowadays. If your fundamentals aren't right, like composing a shot, your lighting, your cinematography, developing your eye, then none of this gear really matters. So just wanted to say that to start off with. The reason I'm making this video is just to show you maybe my intentions on buying these pieces of gear, what I was looking for, why I purchased this specific one, and how you can maybe do the same, because I was very selective about what I bought and how it would help me further my filmmaking career. So this is just kind of my thoughts on it. Let's move on. One last thing before we get into the video is it's just like this super, like, you know, this thing's been on my mind. Like, I want to make more videos, but to do that I just need people to like really smash that like button, because it helps the algorithm. It helps me, and it feels good. Just, you know, do nice things. This is your nice thing, hitting that like button. So now back to the video. All right, so first things first, my backpack. Wow, fucking love this thing. It's amazing. Actually, I've only had it for like maybe like a month and a half. I got it just for this trip that I'm on right now, studying abroad, but it is super dope. It's a Peak Design travel backpack. It's the, I don't know how many liters it is, but it's a bigger one. There's like two versions of this one. It's the bigger one because I wanted it to fit my laptop, and the smaller one literally doesn't fit my laptop. It's too small, but now it does. This one does. This one's super awesome. I chose it for a number of reasons, primarily because it can literally fit all my gear. Mainly the gimbal was like the trickiest part. My gimbal can literally just fit on one of these side pockets where you usually put your like bottles and stuff. You know, they have a number of straps and I'm able to strap it in and keep it very secure, which I really love. I'll just go through briefly some of the things. Another thing I'm in love with is the fact that it's like a side zipper. So like, obviously you're holding, this goes on your back, but then when you're traveling and you want to, you know, oh, there's a cool photo right there, I want to take this photo. All you have to do is like kind of like sling it over your side and then open it like right here. And I can just pull things out this way, versus having to take it off my backpack, put it on the ground, and like unzipping it and be like, hey guys, in case you didn't know, I have like, you know, $5,000 worth of camera gear here, and then you pull out all that shit and zip it back up and then put it on your back, and it's like, oh crap, that photo's gone. So cool, thanks, stupid backpack. Anyway, this is the Peak Design, which I really like. All right, next thing, let's see. Oh, and just as a heads up, like all the gear I'm talking about can fit in this backpack with like a ton of extra room. Like this whole like part right here, like obviously comes out, and then like there's like a bunch of space that's like literally not even used after I put all this gear that I'm about to talk about. Like, it's insane. Especially traveling, it's so awesome because I can just put one backpack with all my gear and everything I need on like on the flight. So I can just put my gears over here, laptops back here, and then obviously passports and these zippers and stuff. And then I can put like extra shorts in here, you know, book if I need it, things that I might need on the plane. And then it just fits pretty nicely under my seat, which is just amazing. So yeah, GoPro time. So this is the GoPro Hero 7, and honestly, it's amazing. It's a super amazing action camera. It shoots, you know, 4K 60 frames per second with hyper smooth, which is their like new stabilization technology built into the camera itself. So you get just like amazingly smooth shots. I'll throw some up right now. Obviously it's you know, it's an action camera, so I mean, it's super wide. It's not very cinematic. You can't adjust the colors on it too much, but I mean, I like to keep it on me especially when I'm traveling, to get like, you know, just random shots of like when I'm traveling and stuff, because it also does have a really good audio system that they put into this new Hero 7. They really upgraded the audio. So it's also like, you know, an alternative vlogging tool at this point, which I think is awesome. It's like combining a lot of features with the stabilization, how small it is, and then the fact that its audio system is a lot better. With the GoPro also comes all its accessories. So whenever I bring the GoPro, you know, I'm talking, you got the head strap, the mouth thing where you like, you put it here and you get like the, you got this pull thing right here. And I think I'm missing some accessories because I feel like I should have some more, but anyway, moving on. Next thing in my camera bag, drone time. This is my drone, the Mavic Pro. It's the first one, not the second one, the one that's like brand new. It has like a sensor and all this cool stuff that I definitely don't care about and want, but fine, DJ, I'd like, just send me one, come on. Why'd I pick this drone? So at the time, it was honestly, in my opinion, it was the best drone on the market at the time because of how compact it was. I think it was like the smallest and best performing. I mean, DJI makes amazing products, so whenever you go with them, like, you're sure to get something that works, that's gonna deliver. I definitely wanted to get a DJI product, and I chose this one just because of the size and the fact that it could fit in my camera bag very easily. And what's amazing about this one is that, like, despite how small it is, I mean, compared to the Mavic Air, it's pretty big. I mean, the Mavic Air is literally just like in the size of my hand. But the amazing thing about this compared to the Mavic Air is that even in like super windy conditions, I've been able to fly this drone with that much of an issue, which I think is super awesome. I remember like I was just like in the desert and it was just like wind was just blowing. Like I couldn't see, like sand was in my face. Like I was like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna get these cool dune shots of the Pismo Beach. And I was super upset. Me and my friends, you know, we're just like sitting back, chilling. And then I hear like zzz, and I'm like, what is that? And it's like, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a Mavic Pro drone. Long story short, I got the drone shots. Anyway, yeah, I mean, 4K, amazing stability, compact. I'm sure you can get a pretty good deal on it now with all the newer editions that are out. So I would honestly look into getting, if you're trying to like get a really good drone at a good price, I would look into the first Mavic Pro, just because it's just a kick-ass drone. Anyway, all right, next thing on the list is my A7 III camera. So this is not obviously my camera because I'm shooting on it, but we're gonna pretend this is the camera. So why did I choose the A7 III? I chose it because I am primarily a videographer, a filmmaker, so I wanted something that could really deliver on video, was its primary focus, and that's what the A7 III is. You have a lot of capabilities with the color profiles, shoots 4K, and at the same time, it's 24 megapixel photos. So at its price, it was just unbeatable. So I had to get it. I mean, when it first came out, it was on like back order for like months. And let's just jump straight into the lens really quickly. The lens that I'm shooting on is this, it's actually the only lens I have because I'm broke. Pretend this is a lens. Tamaron 28-75, which is an amazing lens if you do shoot on the A7 or E-mount, any E-mount. You're looking for a budget lens, I would look into any Tamaron lenses because they're just really awesome. I know for example, like the 28-75 that I'm shooting on, it's almost identical to the Sony G Master, but the Sony G Master is $2,200 and this one is $800. So you're saving a buttload of money and still like getting amazing photos, and like the quality is like as good as the G Master. But I've done a whole video on this lens, so just go click on it. It's somewhere here. So this is my Panasonic G7. This was actually my first camera that I got like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's been 3 years. That's insane. It was my first camera when I was like, hey, mom and dad, I'm gonna drop out of school, I'm not gonna be a doctor anymore. I'm just gonna take photos for a living and video. Super awesome camera. If you're looking for an entry video camera that's primarily video, it shoots 60 at full HD, 4K at 30 and 24. It doesn't really have like too many like color profiles and stuff like that, but it also takes 14 megapixel photos. And what I loved about this camera is how small it was. I mean, because it's a mirrorless body and it's micro four thirds, so the lenses are just so tiny. But I mean, it's just such a tiny camera that like, wait, one sec, I have a video on this, don't I? I do have a video on this. Anyway, it's small, you can travel with it. It shoots really good high quality photos and videos. And for the price, it's pretty kick-ass. I mean, and this is for anyone. If you just want a good camera that can do a little bit of both, this is definitely a smart choice. All right, we got the gimbal. When I upgraded my camera, I also needed to upgrade my gimbal because I do primarily do video and filmmaking and stuff. So this is what I got. I had the Zion Crane M. For my G7, it was like this small, like it's just such a tiny gimbal. I just stuck with Zion because, you know, really good quality and better price, so I just stuck with it. But I mean, overall, I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, it's an amazing gimbal. It stabilizes your camera. It can hold like a maximum of like 7 or 8 pounds. I know there's other gimbals on the market that are like a little bit bigger, like the Ronin M, you know, a lot bigger. It's got like the 2 handles and stuff, but I'm not a fan of those because I like to travel a lot, so this is what I like to work on. Super awesome gimbal, highly recommend. Okay, so I'm kind of butthurt right now because I literally just pressed record and was like recording the whole, you know, video, and then my camera just decided, hey, I'm just gonna stop recording to piss you off. So like the last like 10 minutes of the video is just cut out and I have to redo it, and that's what you're about to see right now. So let's get into that. So I talked about my my film camera, and I've just gotten to film recently this year, and I gotta say I really love taking film photos. I think it's a lot more intentional way of taking photos because you only have 24, sometimes 36 in just a single roll. So you have to really think about the composition, who's in the photo, what you're trying to accomplish with the photo. And I think if you're starting out in photography and you want to exponentially get better, I would definitely look into getting a film camera and taking some film photos, just because it's like such an authentic way, and it's gonna teach you way more than a digital, which is just like spraying away and just taking as many photos as possible. And like what I love about it is it's kind of like listening to vinyls, because like, you know, it's very nostalgic kind of feel to it. And then also the fact that like, you know, you get them shot and then months later, you know, after like 10 rolls, I'm getting developed, you know, I'm seeing these photos that I forgot, like, oh my gosh, that happened. Like I remember that memory, sending it to friends, and just like, it's a really good feeling. And of course prints with a film, it's very natural to just, you know, you get them scanned and then you get them printed, and it's a different feel to it, which I really love. Next, the film rolls that come with it. It can get a little expensive depending on what you shoot with. I'm a broke boy, so I shoot on 400 TX. This is black and white. 400 TX is black and white, but I think this is Ultramax or Color Plus or something. It's the poor man's Portra 400. You know, you can get really creative with like the different types of film. They all have different kind of looks, but your film camera doesn't matter too much, honestly. Like, don't freak out about having the best film camera. I picked up this one at a swap meet for like a really good price. If not, eBay is a really good source. And then film, I'll link everything, obviously all my gear below. Last thing is my laptop. It's the MacBook Pro, and honestly, it's really good, very little complaints. I wanted something that was kind of like just an Apple product, because it's just the integration with my phone and with my other tech, it's just so much easier, and I'm more used to it, so might as well. And I also edit on Final Cut Pro, so I needed to also have an Apple product. So yeah, that's why I got it. That's everything in my gear, so that's everything in my bag. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you didn't, also give me a like, because it helps with the algorithm. I really appreciate you for sticking through this video. Subscribe if you're new here, and comment what you want to see in another video. I need more ideas. I'm gonna run out and just start doing some weird stuff. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.